Hey, Jesse Paul Smith here. I'm super excited to be able to post this video today. I want to invite you on a journey. I had this idea a couple of months ago that honestly I've been kicking around and been a little nervous about doing it simply because of the fact that it's really going to put me on the forefront of what I'm teaching. And even though I've seen these results, even I've seen this formula get results time and time again, when you're in front of a camera and everybody to see, it still can be a little nerve-wracking. But I want to do this because I hope that this journey that I'm going to invite you on inspires you and motivates you to reach for your potential. Over the last couple of years, I have been totally immersing myself in studying what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. What is it that the successful people do that seem to get them results at will, that compound daily? So I set on a journey myself to study what it was that separated the two groups of people. Personally, in my life, I've had my own business. I've accomplished some pretty great goals, was able to, perform with big name music artists like Justin Timberlake and Rihanna, and was even signed to was signed to a record deal, which was a huge dream of mine. But I've also had some pretty significant setbacks. And a couple of years ago, I had one of the biggest setbacks in my life. I was in financial ruin. My marriage was on the rocks, and I felt like I was at one of the lowest points in my life, and I needed to make a change. And so I got some advice from a friend of mine that said, Jesse, in order for you to change, you have to become somebody that you're not yet. It's not that you're not a good enough person. It's not that you don't have potential. It's not that you don't have the right skill sets. You don't have the right mindset. And so I started out on a journey that totally changed my life forever. Over the last couple of years, I've studied people like Darren Hardy, Jim Rohn, John Maxwell, Tony Robbins, and many, many successful people. I have interviewed literally hundreds of people over the last 2 years to find out the different skills, the different strategies, the different approaches, the different mindsets that people have that get them results and that don't get them results. And I found within the fabrics of all of this information a formula that when I started putting it together, I got super excited about it. So I tested it. I studied it. I saw what didn't work. I saw what did work. And then I started using it to get other people results that they've wanted. I watched people take this formula and go from being totally in financial ruin and having literally no money to their name to turning around and literally making more money than they've ever made in their life and completely get themselves out of debt. I've watched people that were in relationship ruin, that were about to lose a marriage or a relationship with their kids, and totally turn that around to now having the best relationships with those people they've ever had. I've watched people that have set numerous New Year's resolutions, especially around getting healthy and getting in the shape that they wanted, and never getting the results they wanted. And now they're living the healthiest life they've ever lived. And what was it that helped them go from not getting results to getting results? It was a simple formula. And that formula I want to share with you. I want to show you how you literally can take a formula that is plug and play. What I mean by that is just do the same things that these successful people do. One of the most interesting things about what I found was that successful people don't necessarily do these hard and intricate things that most people can't do. What they do is they are consistent. They find the right activities that get them the right results, and they consistently execute those day in and day out. What you can take out of this is that it literally means anybody can do this. Anybody that puts their mind to it, that pushes themselves beyond their comfort zone, can take this formula, apply it to their life, and literally get any result they really want. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to come on my journey. What I realize is I've used this formula to help others get the results they wanted, but I hadn't really applied it to my own life until now. I've started this year, I've marked this year as 2017 as the year that I'm going to have, I'm going to start my company and be able to have a company that is a speaking and training company that does online courses and workshops and seminars and live events that is focused around taking achievers that are feeling stuck and frustrated in life and help them get the results that they've always wanted, to help them live out their purpose and their destiny. And so I'm going to draw a line in the sand and say that this will also be generating a full-time income for my family by December 1st of 2017. And I've set out a plan. I've even got my own plan written out. I've sat down and I've done all that. Just so that you know I'm following my own advice, I've actually sat down and written out my goal. Now I've got 4 or 5 of these different sheets because I've chunked down my goals over time, but this is literally what I call the ultimate goal setting guide. And you can get this free on my website. All you need to do is put in your name and email address. You can go to jessepaulsmith.com and just put in your name and email address, and I'll send this completely free to you along with an example so you can really get an idea of what I do around this to really get the results that I want. But, you know, I've sat down and I've figured out, first of all, my development plan. As Jim Rohn says, accomplishing a goal is great, but the reward is really not in accomplishing the goal. The reward is who you become on your journey to accomplish that goal. And I believe that with all my heart. One of the biggest secrets of the successful is that they have a personal development plan. They take time out of every single one of their days and they set it aside to become more of a person than they are today. They are reading books, they're listening to podcasts, they're going to seminars and taking courses online. They're finding anything they can to become a better person than they are today. And as you change your mindset, as you start to think differently, it's when you start to be able to see things differently. When you see things differently, your beliefs start to change. When your beliefs start to change, you start to take different actions. When you take different actions, you start to see different results. And so, you know, and also it starts with a why. Why is it that you want to do this? If you can't emotionally connect with your goal, even if it's simply losing 10 pounds, what is that going to do for your life? How is that going to make you feel? What is that going to do for your everyday activities? What is it going to do for your finances? You've got to figure out how this can connect to you emotionally. And it's because when we get into those ruts, when we get into difficult times during our activities, and you're going to, when you're trying to accomplish something that you've never done before, you've got to become somebody that you're not yet. And when you're doing that, there's growing pains involved. So you need to have that fuel that's going to push you through the frustrations, your why that really figures out your emotional tie to your goal is what's going to help you with that. You know, and then I find out the activities. How am I going to do this? You know, what are the exact activities that I'm going to execute consistently on a daily basis to get me the results that I want? And really, those are the things that you focus on. You don't focus on the overall goal as much as you focus on the small activities, because how do you climb a mountain? One step at a time. You can't just simply look at the mountaintop and expect to get there. Actually, that can overwhelm you, because what you do is you consistently focus on how much further you have to go, and it almost feels like you're getting nowhere sometimes. But by focusing on the little steps, the little activities, you know, you can see the small results that you're getting, and as you do that, you can start to see the growth and the accomplishments that you are actually getting on your journey. And you know, where is it exactly that you want to put yourself? What's a place that you feel energized, that you know you could be focused to really execute on the activities, that you're not going to have a bunch of distractions, and that's going to put you into a state of excitement and confidence, that knowing that you can accomplish this goal. And then who are you going to Who are you going to surround yourself with to help you in this journey? You want to find people that are going to encourage you, that are going to push you. So I did all that. So over the next couple of months, you're going to see me releasing videos on this journey. I want to show you what's been working. I'm going to show you my failures. I'm going to show you my frustrations. I'm going to make this as real as possible so you can see that you can achieve anything you set your mind out to do as long as you have your mind right, you have a clear understanding of what it is you exactly want to accomplish, why you want to accomplish it, how you're going to accomplish it, where you're going to accomplish it, and with who you're going to accomplish it with. And I hope that this journey inspires you. I hope that it excites you. I am nothing special. I am just very determined. I'm very bought into my goal. I'm very connected with my why, and there's nothing that's going to stop me from making this happen. I'm passionate about helping other people. I'm passionate about helping you really reach your potential. And so I hope this journey will encourage you and help you see that you literally are capable of doing whatever you set your mind to. Hope you have a fantastic day. Be blessed.